All right, let's dive right in.
Yeah.
Today we're heading to South Africa
Beautiful.
to their nature reserves.
Yes.
And we're looking at this newsletter called Love to Visit South Africa.
Okay.
And it's got some great tips
Awesome.
for planning a trip.
All right.
So, if you're thinking about
Yeah.
going on a safari,
Mhm.
it's going to be perfect for you.
Love it.
And one of the things that
Yeah.
this newsletter mentions
Okay.
is that you got to watch out for baboons.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're apparently notorious for like stealing your stuff
Oh, wow.
and your snacks,
Interesting.
even like from inside your car.
Really?
So
Huh.
that's something to keep in mind.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Keep those snacks tucked away.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Mm.
moving on from baboons,
Okay.
the newsletter also really emphasizes booking things in advance.
Of course. Yeah, especially if it's something,
Right.
that's really popular or
Yeah.
it's peak season.
Okay.
You don't want to miss out.
Exactly. You don't want to wait to the last minute
Right.
and then not be able to like
Yeah.
ride in the hot air balloon or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, who wants to miss out on that?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And then, speaking of interesting things,
Yes.
this newsletter mentions bush lingo.
What is that?
It's like
Okay.
the language that's spoken
Okay.
out in the wilderness,
Okay.
and the safari guides
All right.
often use it
Oh, wow.
to like talk about things that are
That's
happening.
Awesome.
Like, they'll
Okay.
say, oh, look, there's a skelm.
A skelm. What's that?
Yeah, skelm is like a sly animal.
Oh,
So that's like a little heads up
wow. That's interesting.
that something cool is about to happen.
Yeah.
So I think that would be really fun
Yeah.
to kind of pick up on.
Yeah, definitely.
Some of that bush lingo.
Mm-hmm.
And now on to accommodations.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
you've been out exploring all day.
Oh,
Maybe you saw some lions.
Right.
Where are you going to stay?
Yeah, where you go.
And this newsletter highlights
Okay.
some really cool
Yeah.
and unique places.
Interesting.
Like, for example, there's this train on a bridge.
What?
Yeah, at Kruger Shalati.
What is that?
It's in Kruger National Park.
Okay.
And you basically sleep in like a
Wow.
restored train carriage
No way.
on a bridge.
That's awesome.
It's overlooking the Sabi River.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah, it sounds really cool.
Yeah, but like, is that really roughing it though?
Well, I mean, it sounds pretty fancy,
It does.
but the newsletter also mentions like
yeah.
these more rustic
Yeah.
eco lodges.
I see.
So it really depends what kind of experience
Yeah.
you're going for.
For sure.
Do you want to be pampered and,
Yeah.
in luxury?
Exactly.
Or do you want to really be out
Yeah.
there in the bush?
Right.
So, and then of course, you got to eat.
Yes.
And this newsletter suggests
Okay.
that you can actually hire a personal chef
Oh, wow.
for your safari.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that would be a really,
Mm-hmm.
a real step up in the glamping game.
Oh, absolutely.
And, there's more to South Africa
Yes.
than just the wildlife
Yeah.
and the reserves.
Right.
This newsletter also mentions
Okay.
Cable Mountain
Oh, yeah.
and the Kirstenbosch National Botanical Gardens.
Nice.
So there's a lot to do and see
Yeah, for sure.
in South Africa, even beyond
Mm-hmm.
the nature reserves.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're back.
Back in South Africa,
Yes.
still flipping through this newsletter.
Mm-hmm.
Love to visit South Africa.
Love it.
And we were talking about, those amazing accommodations.
Yes.
But there's something else to think about.
What's that?
What you wear
Oh, yeah.
on safari.
That's true.
It's important.
Yeah.
And this newsletter mentions that
yeah.
certain colors and patterns can actually help you blend in.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So you're not like a bright
Yeah.
spot,
You don't want to stick out.
right, for
Yeah.
the animals to see.
Right.
So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does.
If you want to see those more
Mm.
elusive creatures,
Exactly.
you want to blend in.
Yeah.
Speaking of wildlife,
Yes.
have you heard of the Big Five?
Oh, of course, the big five.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this newsletter doesn't specifically talk about them,
Right.
but I feel like that's,
Yeah.
Kinda
it's like the bucket list.
yeah, it's got to be on everyone's
You got to see the big five.
list when they go on safari
Exactly.
to see those animals.
Yeah.
The lion, the elephant, the leopard,
Mm-hmm.
the rhino, and the Cape buffalo.
Yep.
That's the Big Five.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And this newsletter emphasizes
Mm-hmm.
choosing the right reserve
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
they're all different.
They all have different things.
Yeah. Some are better
Right.
for like seeing certain animals
Exactly.
or certain birds.
Yeah, for sure.
Or, whatever you're
If
into.
you're a bird watcher, you got to go to the bird place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you got to do your research.
Right.
And speaking of research,
Yeah.
remember that bush lingo?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Link.
I was thinking it would be
Yeah.
fun to learn a little bit more
For sure.
about that.
Yeah, me too.
So we learned that skelm means
The sly one.
a sly animal.
Yeah.
But what about leopard crawl?
Leopard crawl. I don't know.
What do you think that is?
Is it like when the vehicle is
Yeah.
going really slow?
Yeah.
Like a leopard?
Yeah, like they're trying to sneak up
Oh, wow.
on the animals.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So that's a leopard crawl.
I like that.
And what about sundowner?
Sundowner.
Yeah.
Oh, this has got to be good.
What do you think?
Is this like
Yeah.
maybe they stop and you watch the sunset? Yeah.
With like drinks and snacks.
You got it.
Awesome.
That's exactly it.
I love that.
It's like a safari ritual.
Yeah.
Everyone has sundowners.
I want a sundowner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the next part,
Okay.
we're going to head to the Northern Cape,
All right.
which is known for
Yeah.
its vast landscapes.
Well, yeah.
And we're back
Back again.
for our final look
Yeah.
at South African nature reserves
Awesome.
using this
Oh,
Love to Visit South Africa newsletter.
yes.
And we've talked about a lot of stuff.
We have.
We've talked about baboons.
We've talked about baboons.
We talked about clothes.
Yeah.
We've talked about
Perlingo.
bush lingo. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've talked about the Big Five.
Yes.
All this stuff.
So much good stuff.
But now I want to talk about adventure.
Okay.
What does adventure mean to you
Oh, I love that.
when you think about a safari?
Adventure, I think for me it would be
Yeah.
like a hot air balloon ride over the savannah,
Oh, yeah.
like watching the sunrise.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, but I know for some people
Mm.
that's not adventure.
Right.
Some people want to track lions on foot.
Yeah. I mean, it really depends on
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
person.
I'm sure.
And this newsletter doesn't tell you exactly
Right.
what to do,
Yeah.
but it gives you some ideas.
Okay.
Like, for example,
Mhm.
staying in these luxury tents
Okay.
that are like near watering holes
Oh,
so you can hear
I-
all the animals at night.
that sounds amazing.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
To fall asleep to like
Yeah.
the sounds of the bush.
Definitely.
And it also mentions guided bushwalks.
Oh, fun.
So that's where you actually
we're walking
Yeah.
in the bush.
Yeah, and you're like tracking animals
That sounds really
and
good.
learning about the plants and
Yeah.
the tracks and all that.
That would be a really cool way to
Yeah.
experience it.
And of course there are.
The safari drives
Yes.
that everyone thinks of.
Of course you got to do that.
You're in the open vehicle.
Yeah.
You're looking for the big five.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you see a rare bird.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
So many cool things to see.
It sounds amazing.
And the newsletter also mentions
Yeah.
like horseback riding,
Really?
kayaking,
Wow.
different ways to see the country.
Cool.
Oh, and
Yeah.
stargazing.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't forget that
Of course not.
when you're out there,
Yeah.
away from the city lights.
Right.
The stars are amazing.
Yeah. That would be beautiful.
Yeah. So
Wow.
as we wrap up
Yeah.
this deep dive,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to think about
Okay.
what kind of adventure
Yeah.
would you create
I love that.
for yourself in South Africa?
Yeah.
What would you want to do?
What would I do?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So think about that.
Yeah.
Keep exploring.
Mm-hmm.
Keep dreaming.
Definitely.
And thank you for joining us
This was a fun one.
on this journey
Yeah.
through South African nature reserves.
Beautiful South Africa.
Until next time.
See ya.